Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum students. Today I will be discussing with you people common bacterial infections of human body or common bacteria which cause bacterial infections in human body. Students, first of all we start from head. Now most important bacterial infection is meningitis. Bacteria responsible for meningitis include Neisseria meningitidis, Streptococcus pneumonia, H. influenza bacteria, Streptococcus agalacta bacteria, and Listeria monocytogenes bacteria. Okay, these bacteria are responsible for causing bacterial meningitis. Now students, we move towards nasal area. Bacterial infection is called sinusitis. The main bacteria which cause sinusitis in human body are Streptococcus pneumonia bacteria, H. influenza bacteria. Okay, now eye infections, ocular bacterial infections. Bacteria which cause eye infections include Streptococcus staph aureus bacteria, Neisseria gonorrhea bacteria, and Chlamydia trachomatis bacteria. I repeat students, bacteria responsible for eye infections include staph aureus bacteria, Neisseria gonorrhea bacteria, and Chlamydia trachomatis bacteria. Now students, we move towards ear. Otitis media, bacterial infection. The bacteria responsible for otitis media is Streptococcus pneumonia. Okay, now upper respiratory tract infections. Okay students, bacteria responsible for upper respiratory tract infections are mostly Streptococcus pyogenes bacteria and H. influenza bacteria, Haemophilus influenza bacteria. Now students, we move towards lower respiratory tract infections. In lower respiratory tract infections, we have pneumonia and tuberculosis. Students, again, pneumonia is of typical variety and atypical variety. Bacteria responsible for typical pneumonia include Streptococcus pneumonia, most important, H. influenza bacteria, and Staph aureus bacteria. These three bacteria, that is, I repeat, Streptococcus pneumonia bacteria, H. influenza bacteria, and Staph aureus bacteria. These three bacteria are most common in causing typical pneumonia. Now students, atypical pneumonia. Atypical pneumonia is mostly caused by Mycoplasma pneumonia bacterium, Chlamydia pneumonia bacteria, and Legionella pneumophila bacteria. Okay, now tuberculosis. Again, tuberculosis is caused by Mycobacterium tuberculosis bacteria. Okay students, now we move towards abdominal region. In abdominal region, we have two types of bacterial infections. Number one, gastritis, and number 2 food related issues, that is foodborne diseases or food poisoning. Bacteria responsible for causing gastritis is Helicobacter pylori, commonly called as H. pylori bacteria. Now, food poisoning. Students, most common bacteria causing food poisoning are Campylobacter jejuni bacteria, Salmonella bacteria, Shigella bacteria, Clostridium perfringens bacteria, Clostridium tetani bacteria, Staph aureus bacteria, and different strains of E. coli bacteria. Okay? Now students, we move towards urinary tract infections. Most common bacteria causing urinary tract infections are E. coli bacteria, Pseudomonas bacteria, and Staph aureus bacteria. Now students, sexually transmitted diseases. These bacterial infections, they are mostly caused by Neisseria gonorrhea bacteria, Chlamydia trachomatis bacteria. Okay, these two are most common. Now at the last, bacterial skin infections. Students, bacteria causing skin infections include Staph aureus bacteria, Streptococcus pyogenes bacteria, and at the last, Pseudomonas aeruginosa bacteria. Students, this was all about common bacteria which cause common bacterial infections in human body. Although these different diseases like pneumonia, like sinusitis, upper respiratory tract infections, these might be caused by other microorganisms like viruses also. Some fungi also cause lower respiratory tract infections. So today I discussed with you common bacterial infections. Thank you students. Allah Hafiz.